The hospital room had a window that faced a brick wall. I counted the mortar lines between the hours. Nobody adjusted my pillows. Nobody brought a sweatshirt from home. The machine beside me beeped in a rhythm I started to memorize. One long, two short, one long. Like a question I couldn't answer. On day 3, my sister posted the photo. I was still too weak to hold my phone with both hands. The IV pulled at my wrist every time I reached for the bedside table, but I saw it. Family day without the drama. My parents smiled in someone's backyard. My sister held a plate of fruit. My brother-in-law grilled. They'd written my name out of the caption the way you'd cross a typo. I set the phone down. I didn't cry. I didn't text back. I just watched the beeping machine and thought, they are not coming. And strangely, that thought didn't hurt. It settled, like a cold diagnosis you already suspected. The doctor said I'd collapsed from exhaustion complicated by an infection my body had been fighting alone for weeks. A nurse named Delia kept asking if I wanted her to call anyone else. I said no. She looked at my chart. She looked at me. She didn't push day 5. I could sit up. Delia brought me clear broth and a stack of napkins. I was folding the napkins into triangles when my phone lit up again. 74 missed calls. I stared at the number, not in disbelief, in calculation. 74 meant they'd been trying for hours. That was new. Usually they waited until they needed something, then called twice, then texted. Dad's text came through as I was still counting. We need you. Answer immediately. The capital letters were his signature. Urgency was his love language, though he'd never loved me. Only what I could do. The co-signing. The emergency fund. The last-minute ride to the airport. The daughter who said yes so they wouldn't have to see her. Without thinking twice, I called back. He answered on the first ring. Finally, he said. No, how are you? No, are you alive? Your sister's landlord is threatening eviction. She needs a co-signer by tomorrow. We need your signature and your tax returns. I heard my mother in the background. Tell her to hurry. The beeping machine changed rhythm. 1 long, 3 short. I watched the brick wall through the window. I'm still in the hospital, I said. My voice sounded small, not weak. Small on purpose, like a test. We know, Dad said, but this is time sensitive. You can do it from your phone. Not we know you're sick, just we know. As in we know and we don't care. I didn't say anything. The silence stretched. He filled it. Are you there? Hello, Delia. Walked past the open door. She glanced in, saw my face, and didn't keep walking. She leaned against the doorframe, watching. Not intervening, just present. Dad, I said. I can't, or won't. The shift was instant. I'd heard it my whole life. The moment my usefulness became a debate, the kindness in his voice evaporated. What was left was cold and administrative. I'm hooked to machines, I said. I can't even walk to the bathroom alone. That's not my problem. He said it so flatly, so factually. My mother stopped talking in the background. For 2 seconds there was nothing but the beeping machine and the hallway murmurs. Then Dad spoke again, softer now, which was worse. Look, we need this. You're the only one who can do it. Just sign the papers. Then you can go back to resting. Then you can go back to resting. As if he were granting me permission to be sick after I finished being useful. I looked at Delia. She wasn't pretending not to listen. She was watching me with the kind of patience nurses have when they've seen this before. No, I said. The word came out clean, no tremor. What? I said no, I won't co-sign. I won't send my tax returns. I'm in a hospital bed, Dad. I collapsed. I could have died and nobody came. Silence. You posted a family photo without me, I continued. Tagged me in it. Without the drama. That was you telling me I'm not family unless I perform. And I'm done performing. My mother's voice erupted in the background. Is she serious after everything we've done? Dad's breathing changed. He was angry now. The cold administrative tone dropped into something uglier. You'll regret this, maybe, I said, but not today. I hung up. Delia walked into the room and closed the door behind her. She didn't say good for you, or that was brave. She just pulled up a chair and sat beside the bed. You want me to adjust your eyes so you can walk to the bathroom alone now? She asked. I almost laughed, almost cried, did neither. Yes, I said, please. While she worked, my phone buzzed again. And again, and again, I didn't look. I watched Delia's hands instead, steady, careful, unhurried. She taped the line so it wouldn't pull. She helped me swing my legs over the side of the bed. Slow, she said. I know. I stood. The floor was cold through my hospital socks. I took one step, then another. The bathroom was 12 feet away. It felt like a different country behind me. My phone buzzed 37 more times before I reached the door. I didn't look back at it. I didn't need to. The brick wall outside my window hadn't changed, but I had. Not into someone brave or healed or righteous. Just someone who finally knew the difference between being needed and being loved. And for now, that was enough.